So first off, well, why did you write the book? What's the premise behind it?
Okay, this book on handling the toughest objections was really written in a way that says embrace the objection. In other words, embrace what's going to happen. There are three things about every objection that goes on in a sales call. Number one is it's anticipated. You know what's going to happen. Number two, it's in kind, Kind. It's going to be based upon what you've said. And number three, if you ask a question, a story will emerge. So it really says embrace it. Don't be afraid of the objection. There's no reason to be afraid
Gotcha.
of it.
So the other thing is what is it that you really want people to learn from the book? Obviously, embracing the objection and stuff like that.
Well, what I really want, ideally, is for them not to be afraid of somebody asking a question or raising an issue, because quite frankly, that's all part of the discussion. I mean, what would it be like if we were able to sell where the person said, "Okay, okay, I'll buy." Well, that's great, but in the real, yeah, but in the real world, that doesn't happen that way. In the real world, the person says, "Well, what do you mean by that?" Or "How does that really work?" Or frankly, and I'll give you something that I think is very important. The number one competitor that the salesperson faces today is the status quo. In other words, it's what that prospective customer is doing now. And so they all are doing something. In other words, you're not going to walk in tomorrow and find a company that isn't buying anything. That just doesn't exist. If you're selling computers, everybody's got a computer. You're selling fax machines, everybody got a fax machine. You're selling a stapler, everybody has a stapler. So you're not walking into a situation where the person is sitting there doing nothing. So you've got to understand that they're buying from somebody else. So therefore, why would they not ask a question? And the role of the salesperson is dramatically different today than it was 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. Now, what we really have to do is find out what people do, how they do it, when they do it, where they do it, who they do it with, why they're doing it that way. And then our job is to help them do it better. That's why people buy, because they feel that it's going to help them do something better than what they're doing
So
now.